Hi, I am Syed on Maths Online. Today's topic is numerical integration. This is the second series on numerical integration. In the previous video, we have solved problems based on Simpson's 1/3, Simpson's 3/8 and Weddell's rule. So we'll try to continue with few more problems in this video. Find the approximate value of integral 0 to pi by 2 square root of cos theta d theta by Simpson's 1/3 rule by dividing 0 comma pi by 2 into 6 equal parts. So therefore, since we need to divide into 6 equal parts, the value of n is given as 6 over here, and the interval a comma b is given as 0 comma pi by 2. So therefore your value of h will be equals to b minus of a divided by n. So b value is how much? Pi by 2 minus a value is 0 divided by n value is 6. So it is pi by, this 2 times of 6 will be 12. So pi by 12, 15 degree. You can just write 1 by 80 divided by 12. So that will give you in terms of degrees. So write down x values. So x values are starting from 0 onwards, 0. And go on adding 15 degrees. 0 plus 15 is 15. 15 plus 15 will be 30. 30 plus 15 will be 45. 45 plus 15 will be 60. 60 plus 15 will be 75. 75 plus 15 will be 90. So 90, which is nothing but pi by 2. So 0 degree, 0 degree, 15 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 75 degree and 90 degree. Because he has given in terms of theta over here, you can write x value to be theta, and your value of y you can write in terms of f of theta. Because it is given in terms of theta, I'll write f of theta. And what is that particular value of y you have? So here its value is nothing but square root of cos theta. So we have to evaluate. So when x is equals to 0, what is that value of y? Square root of cos theta you have. So it is square root of cos 0. What is cos 0 value? Cos 0 value is 1. So square root of 1 will be 1. When x is 15, so what is the value of y? Y will be square root of cos 15. Because in terms of, it is in terms of degrees, you have to keep your calculator also in terms of degrees. So you just see root of cos 15 will be so much, 0.9828. So therefore it becomes 0.9828. So when x is equals to 30, you got y to be equals to square root of cos 30. Just use the calculator and let me know what's the value we'll be getting. Just check, are you getting 0.9306. Similarly, when x is 45, so y will be square root of cos 45. Is it 0.8409, approximating and writing the value. So when x is equals to 60 degree, so y will be square root of cos 60. So in terms of decimal, you will be getting 0.7071. So when x is 75 degree, y will be what? Y will be square root of cos 75. We are getting 0.5087. When x is 90, y will be cos of 90, but cos 90 will be 0, so therefore we will be getting the value as 0. Right? So now if you write down all the values over here, the first value we got it as 1, next value will be 0.9828, the next value is 0.9306, next value will be 0.8409, next value will be 0.7071, 0.5087, next value will be 0. So these are the corresponding values of x, x0, x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5 and x6. Corresponding values of y will be y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5 and y6. So you have to use Simpson's 1/3 rule over here. So write down I will be equals to h by 3 times of initial and final value y0 plus y6 values, plus it is 4 times of, you have to write down the odd multiples, y1 plus y3 plus y5, plus 2 times of your even multiples, y2 plus y4. So you know all the values, you have to just plug in. H value is how much? H value will be pi by 12. So the degree is only for the angle. But here h is just a numeric value. I will be taking pi by 12 because h is not an angle. Therefore, I will just be taking in terms of the radians. Pi by 12 whole divided by 3. Now just plug in the values that you have. Y0 value is 1 plus y6 value is 0 plus 4 times of y1 value is 0.9828 plus y3 value is 0.8409 plus y5 value is 0.5087 plus 2 times of y2 value is 0.9306 plus y4 value is 0.7071. You just use the calculator over here. You know that value of pi is 3.14. You can just use the calculator. Here, this 2 is common for both. There is no need for bracket over here. So you can just check. I have typed all the values over here. It is pi by 36 times of 1 plus 4 times of 0.9828 plus 0.8409 plus 0.5087 plus 2 times of is 0.9306 plus 0.7071. Alright, so if you just press equals to sign there, that will be your required value. So if you rewrite the solution, your value of I will be equals to how much? Approximately write down 1.1873 you can write. So that is the required solution. Next question is evaluate integral 4 to 5.2 log of x to the base e dx taking 6 equal strips by applying Wedel's rule. So 6 equal strips are given, therefore the value of n is given as 6. And your interval a comma b is given as from 4 to 5.2. So your value of h will be equals to b minus of a divided by n. Your value of b is 5.2. Your value of a is 4 divided by n value will be 6. So just evaluate and write down the value of h. You get h value to be equals to 0.2. So now you can find out the value of x as well as your value of y. So x value starting from 4 onwards. So for 4 you just go on adding the value as 0.2. 4 plus 0.2 will be 4.2. 4.2 plus 0.2 will be 4.4. 4.4 plus 0.2 will be 4.6. Next 4.8. Next 5.0. Next 5.2. The final value of b over here is 5.2. You have to go on continuing till you get 5.2. So that's the value we have. What is the value of y over here? So you can see it is integral of y dx. So y value is log x over here. So y is log of x to the base e. So you have to calculate for x is equals to 4, what will be the value of y? So y value will be log of 4 to the base e. So you have to use ln here. So you can see we are just showing you one case. Whenever you have to the base e, you have to use ln, right? So you can see that there is a ln of 4 value you got. Similarly, you can find out the other values also. So you're getting the value to be 1.3863. So approximate and write down. So when x is 4.2, so y value will be equals to, so just calculate all these values. Let me know the value of y. I'll just give you some time to calculate these values. So just check, are you getting these values? Just write down the values, corresponding values over here. 1.3863, then 1.4351, 1.4816, 1.5261, 1.5686, 1.6094, 1.6487. So these are the corresponding values of x0, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 and s6. Y values are y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5 and y6. So that's the table value you have. Now we have to use the Verrall's rule over here. So let us use the Verrall's rule. I will be equals to 3h by 10 times of, if you can remember the code I have given you, 1516151. So starting from y0 onwards. So y0 plus 5 times of y1 plus y2 plus 6 times of y3 plus y4 plus 5 times of y5 plus y6. So just using that code, 1 times of y0, 5 times of y1, 1 times of y2, 6 times of y3, 1 times of y4, 5 times of y5, 1 times of y6. Just a technique to remember the formula. So you know all the values. It's 3 times of h value is 0.2 divided by 10. Write down the other values. So you can just see I have typed all the values. It's 3 into 0.2 divided by 10 times of, it is 1.3863 plus 5 times of 1.4351, then plus you have 1.4816 plus it is 6 times of 1.5261 plus 1.5686 plus 5 times of 1.6094 plus 1.6487, right? So that will be equals to, so you'll be getting 1.8278. Approximate and write down the solution. So if I approximate and write the solution, I'll be getting the value of I to be equals to 1.8279. So that will be the required solution. Let us move on to the next question. Use Verrall's rule to compute the area bounded by the curve y is equals to f of x, x-axis and the extreme ordinate from the following table. So these are the values of x and y. So what he is asking us? He is asking us to evaluate the area. So the area can be written as integral of y times of dx. So this will represent the area. And what are the limit values of x? X is starting from 0 and ending at 6. So this is what I need to evaluate. However, the values of y are also given over here. So let us see what are the values that are given. Y value is known, so y0 value is how much? Y0 value is 0. You need not calculate it separately. Y1 value is how much? 2. Then y2 value is how much? 2.5. y3 value is 2.3. Then y4 value is 2. Then y5 value is 1.7. y6 value is 1.5. So we know all the values from y0 to y6, and we have to use the Verrall's rule. If you try to see the intervals 0 to 1, so you have to see the range. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. Alright, so the value of n is given as 6 over here. What will be the value of h here? H means you have to just see the difference. So if you try to see the difference, either you can use the formula, that is b minus of a divided by n. That is one way of calculating, or directly you can see the difference here. What is the difference? 1 minus of 0, 2 minus of 1, 3 minus of 2, 4 minus of 3, 5 minus of 4, 6 minus of 5. Is the difference 1? You can see. So h value is already given as 1 there. Or if you want to use this result, final value is, the integral final value is 6 minus initial value, a value is how much? So here the interval that you have is 0, 6. So it is 6 minus 0 divided by n value is 6. So 6 by 6 is how much? 1. So if you want, you can try this one, or directly you can see this value 0, 1, 2, 3. The difference over here is 1. So directly you can write h as 1 there. So now go for the Wedel's rule. I will be equals to 3h by 10. So you can write down, it is y0 plus 5 times of y1 plus y2 plus 6 times of y3 plus y4 plus 5 times of y5 plus y6. Or you can use that code 1516151 to write this formula. So you know all the values, you can just plug in 3 into h value is 1 divided by h into your y0 value will be 0, 5 times of y1 value is 2 plus y2 value is 2.5, 6 times of y3 value is 2.3, y4 value is 2, 5 times of y5 value is 1.7, y6 value is 1.5. Just see, I have typed the values over here. It is 3 by 10 times of, I just multiplied the first value there, 5 times of 2, 10, plus it is 2.5 plus 6 times of, you have 2.3 plus it is 2 plus 5 times of 1.7 you have. Next value 1.5. So if you just try to see what is the solution you are getting in terms of the decimal, you are getting 11.49. So it is 11.49 is the required solution. But because he is saying the area over here, finding out the area, the unit of area is always represented in the form of square unit. Therefore, area A will be equals to 11.49 square units. So that is the required solution. So that were a few examples on the numerical integration. So that's all I have for today. Thank you.